Hello, guys. We are getting close to the weekend, and I know that most of you are excited. I'm excited too. Anyway, my name is Joseph AGK or GM. Today, I'm going to keep you company again. Our topic of discussion today is what we called quartiles and statistics. So now I'm going to share my screen so that you can see what I'm talking about. Quartile. Last time we had lecture of this type, I explained to you the meaning of percentiles, and we did some calculations. And I mentioned that all of this belong to what we called the measures of position. So now we do quartiles. Quartiles divide a data set or distribution into 4 groups that are separated by Q1, Q2, and Q3, where Q1 is the first quartile, Q2 is the second quartile, and Q3 is the third quartile. So the first quartile, Q1 is the first 25%, okay, which is the same as the 25th percentile, okay. The second quartile, Q2, is the first 50%, okay, which is the same as the median. We also call it so that it is equal to the 50th percentile, okay. Then the third quartile, Q3, is the 75%, which is the same as the 75th, okay, percentile. So now, like I said, the quartile divided this into 4 groups, but the one we're interested in is the Q1, Q2, and Q3. Now you can get an idea of what a quartile is with these examples. And in America, companies are required to file what they call quarterly financial statements or to report quarterly earnings. Okay, so they do it every quarter. Generally do it every annually, but in America they want it every quarter. How about this? A year can be divided into 4 quarters. That means every 3 months. So a year have 4 quarters. Some high schools, some public schools have quarter 1 instead of semester. They have Q1, which is quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. Even some universities too, especially the private, for-profit universities. Okay. Now, because of this relationship between quartile, as you can see, the Q1, let me make it adjustments, is the same as the 25th percentile, and that Q2, okay, it is same as the 50th percentile, and that Q3 is the same as the 75th percentile. Because of this relationship between quartile and percentile, we use the same formula for finding percentile to find the quartile. Now, there are some books where you can use the different ways of doing it, but this formula can get you what you need. So the formula is quartile n times p of 100, where n is the number of items in the list and q is the quartile or percentile of interest. Let's do an example. This is the question here. Say number of nuclear power stations in the nuclear power plants in the top 15 countries. Sorry, top 15 nuclear power producing countries in the world are listed. See, that is a number of nuclear power plants. You say find the first, second, and third quartiles of the data set. That which means find Q1, Q2, Q3. So let's do it. The first step when finding quartiles is to arrange the data set in ascending order. When I say ascending order, I mean from the smallest to the largest. So you can see that I have arranged it here. The smallest is 6. and the largest is 104. Okay, so I've arranged them in that order. So next is to apply the formula, or what we say, deploy the formula. The first one we're about to calculate is the first quartile. So let me put here first quartile. Okay. So I'm gonna go to because the formula. This session is I don't have the character that give me the formula here. So let me take you to another workbook so you can write the formula down. But before then, here we have n is what? Our n is how many numbers we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this n, I'm going to change it to regular small n. Okay, we are looking for the first quartile. For the first quartile, okay, the P will be first 25%. Remember, I mentioned it here when I introduced it. First 25%. Now we use this to get the formula to locate the first quartile. So remember the formula is this, n times P over 100. Okay, so let me take you to that section. Before then, let me write down these numbers down. P as 25 and n as 15. So we have this. When I take you to that page, okay, we have Q1, that is quartile 1. Q1, okay, equals n times P over 100. N times P over 100. 100 is a part of the formula, okay? So which means our n is 15 numbers. If you remember, 15 numbers. 15 times the quartile is 25 divided by 100 equals 15 times 100, 15 times 25 divided by 100. Let me take you to just 1 minute. I'll be in just a minute. Hello, Prof.
What's going on?
Good. How about you?
I'm all right as usual.
Let me call you back. I'm making a lecture now.
Oh, okay.
Just a few minutes. Thank you.
All
right. So I'm gonna take you to the Desmos. Remember, I mentioned that there's a free calculator. We have the free calculator Desmos. You can get it free by typing desmos.com/scientific, and because it's a scientific calculator too. Now, so we have and 15 times 25 divided by 100. So let me take out this one. 100. 3.75. See 3.75. So that our location number is 3.75. We have 3.75. So I'm taking it back. Oh. Okay, I didn't put you on Desmos. Sorry about that. Let me put it back here. So what I did is this. I have 15 times 25, then divided by 100. Okay, that's given us 3.75. You can see right here. Now, 3.75 is the location number. Remember, I mentioned when we did the percentile that if you have a decimal number, go to the next number. So in this case, our next number will be 4. Even if it is 3.12, where if you round it algebraically, it's gonna be 3. But we're not interested in that rounding off. All we know is that what we want to do is go to the nearest, to just the next number, okay? All right, so I'm taking it back to our work here in the workbook, 3.75, which means that the first quartile is the fourth number, okay? So I'm gonna put this right here, take you to our main workbook and put the answer in. So the first quartile is the fourth number, okay? Fourth number. So Q1 become the fourth number. You count from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 10. See? Now, my students ask me, okay, we get the answer. What does that answer mean? Okay, so our answer here is that first quartile is 10. Remember, the first quartile is the first 25%. So this means that approximately, it means that approximately, oh, my mistake, yeah. It means that approximately 25% or less of these countries has 10 nuclear power plants. See, let me write it down. Interpretation. See, about 25%, about 1/4, okay? Or, I mean, 25% or less of these countries have, sorry, about 25 of this, or about 1/4 or 25% of these countries about 1/4 or 25% of these countries have 10 or less nuclear power plants. Okay, so that is the correct interpretation for this. So about 1/4 or 25% of these countries have 10 or less nuclear power plants. Now, next one says to find the Q2. So following the same approach, let me copy this and replace it with Q2. Okay, Q2, second quartile. So N is still 15, but this time second quartile P is 50. So we put in 50. Okay. Now so let's go to our we have the our next workbook, the other workbook, and do the calculations. Okay. So you have Q2 now will become, oh, a mistake, okay, right here, Q2, okay, Q2. So N times P, that means this one is going to be changed to 50. 50. And we multiply this from the from Desmos. So I'm going to take it to Desmos. Calculator. So we have 50, so it's 25. We get 7.5, which is the 8th number. So let me put it back, take it back to our workbook. 7.5, 7.5, which is the 8th number. Okay, now I can copy this to our work, our main workbook. Okay. So Q2 is the 8th number in the list. Okay. Okay. So that Q2 equals the 8th number. Now you go there and count 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 18. 18. So what does this mean? It means that about 50%, about half or 50% of these countries have 18 or less nuclear power plants. Okay. So that's basically the way we interpreted the third one. So then this one, next is the third quartile. Let us find the third quartile now. Okay. Following the same process. Like I mentioned at the beginning, some books might use a different way. They can arrange it in order, then take the number at the middle for the second quartile. The fourth quartile P will change to third quartile P will change to 75, and it's the same because the numbers remain the same. So we go to our book. Let me take you there again. Okay, our main workbook. We have it here. Each time I click on this comes out. Okay. Let me see. Our main workbook is right here. Okay, I'm gonna take this off. So it's right here. Let me make sure that you guys are seeing it. Okay, main workbook. Right here. Okay, I think you're seeing it. So this is quartile 3. N times this is now is gonna be 75. 75. And then let's see what our result will be from the calculator. So I take you to the calculator Desmos. I'm gonna change this to 75. So give us 11.25. Remember, in algebra, this will give you 11. We are rounding off, but we're not doing that. We're going to the next. So long as you have a decimal part in your answer, go to the next number, which is 12. If you don't have a decimal part, like if the answer is here is 11, then you're gonna use the 11th plus the 12th number divided by 2. That will give you the quartile. So 11.25 steps. So that means it's gonna be the 12th number. The 12th number, to the right here. The 12th number, 11.25, which means the 12th number will be our third quartile. So I'm gonna copy this and then put it right here in our main workbook. Okay. Our main workbook. I'll have it right there. Make it bigger. So that the top quartile will be Q3 equals the 12th number. We count it from here. So have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 31. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 31. So 31. Well, again, this means that about 3/4 or 75% of the countries have 31 or less nuclear power plants or nuclear power stations. So that's basically what a quartile is and how to explain it. I hope you enjoy my lecture, and I'll talk to you in my next lecture. Thank you. Bye-bye.